doing sitting around like a theater?
Hi everyone, thank you for coming today. We've all eaten at fast food restaurants, and sometimes we've probably regretted it. Wendy's, Sonic, McDonald's, they've all become part of our daily lives and ingrained in our food culture. What I want to introduce you today is to a not so new but drastically different idea, which is the slow food movement. I'm going to give you a little bit of history and talk about the core principles of this movement. Imagine, if you can, a McDonald's being built right at the foot of the Lincoln Memorial, or a Taco Bell being built at the Washington Monument. We would think that's blasphemous. Well, that's exactly what happened in 1987 in Rome, when a McDonald's was opened at the foot of the Spanish Steps. An Italian activist and journalist, Carlo Petrucci, was so appalled by this, he and other like-minded individuals got together and wrote an anti-fast food culture document called the Slow Food Manifesto. This manifesto talked about how convenience had reduced the quality of whole foods that were being eaten on a daily basis, how modern farming techniques had damaged the environment, and how homogeneous cuisine served by fast food had almost obliterated indigenous and local foods. Those ideals came to America with Alice Waters and the opening of her restaurant Chez Panisse in California. It was one of the first of its kind to serve one menu selection that was based upon fresh and local items available at the farmers market. The slow food movement's influence has stretched all the way to the White House, where Alice Waters consulted with Michelle Obama, and we now have organic gardens growing on the White House lawn. Today, the slow food movement is represented by over 100,000 members, 1,300 chapters, and over 2,000 sustainable farming communities. Now that you know a little bit about the slow food movement, let's talk about what slow food is. Slow food is three things. It's good, it's clean, and it's fair. Now good. Good's a couple of things. Good food tastes good. If you've ever eaten a tomato you've grown in your garden, it tastes so much better than a tomato that you buy at the supermarket. And that's the first tenet of slow food. Good tasting food that comes from good healthy plants, good healthy animals, and good farming techniques. The second tenet is clean. Clean means no chemicals, no hormones. It also means not grazing your livestock too close to rivers. And it also means keeping the food circle and the butchering process clean. The third tenet, which is probably the most important tenet, is fair. The slow food movement believes that clean and good food is a right for everyone, and it should be affordable and accessible. They also believe that farmers who produce these foods should be paid a fair wage, and that the food should be traded from farmer to purchaser to consumer in a fair way. Now, all being Southerners, we only have to think back a generation or two to our grandparents to remember them farming and eating from the garden. It's not such a far-fetched idea to integrate some of the principles of the slow food movement into our daily lives. The slow food movement is a healthy and sustainable way of living, eating, and caring. Thank you so much for coming, and have a good day. 4 minutes.